and gentlemen, boys and girls, players of all ages, good evening, good morning, good afternoon. Once again, it is your rather nappy and somewhat dry, frosty bearded Blerdicorn. Y'all already know what's about. Hopefully, you guys are taking care of yourselves. Do what I tell you to always do. Hopefully, you're washing knees, covering this, stay as far away as you need to, because even though the weather's getting better, people don't still know how to take care of themselves. I need everybody to be on point with this, okay? Get the anti-sanitization, get all of it, okay? Because I get really worked up when people come up to me and say, "How are you doing? How are you? What's wrong with you?" It's allergies. It's not allergies. Your ass is sick. That's what that is. You just sick. You have too much pride to admit that you sick. I appreciate y'all so much for coming up in here. We're gonna have us a magnificent time. I'm looking forward to this. My man coming up here, let me tell y'all. Y'all already know I am an old school blurred or something. Back then we called it a black nerd before they made it a blur, but it's what it is. And that was my childhood. Saturday mornings was the cathedral. Cartoons in the afternoon after school, or getting your homework done, putting on your play clothes and get out. You get home. When you get home, make sure the street light don't see you, because otherwise the belt will meet you. So I was like, oh, what's going on, everybody over here at IG? Yo, what's going on? So you guys know, if y'all are over here on IG, come on over here to YouTube under Navy Montel so y'all can be a part of this, because this young man here, talented, y'all. Talented with a capital talent. Ted. Okay. We're gonna make sure we do this right. Make sure I put this in, because some of y'all ain't got it together yet. What's going on, Vegas? How you doing? Native, what's going on, nephew? How you doing, man? Senpai, yo, I'm gonna get the muscles on here soon, my friend. I assure you of this. We need to bring you on because you bring the fit with the fancy, and I appreciate you for doing that. But nonetheless, Lizzie, hey, love. I was supposed to wear the hoodie today, but I got in here from work and I didn't have a chance to put it on. So I'm sorry, y'all. Go check out Lizzie, because her gear, her apparel, her creations are amazing. I got the Gear 5 hoodie from her. Oh my gosh, yo, you've never seen a grown man squeal? You saw it that day, because I looked in the box and said, "Is that box for me?" And I opened the box, and it smells like it's brand new. And oh gosh, it's brand new for me. Okay, hold on. But I'm looking forward to this, y'all. Bring your questions in. Yeah. Well, Lizzie, I'm going to give you your flowers all the time, sweetheart, because you always do magnificent things. And to everybody in the community, if you are creating, stand by your creations. If you are working on creating something, don't let anything impede you. Don't let anybody stop you. Don't let other people's opinions of what you're trying to do, unless they're going to support you, don't let them influence you, because unfortunately you've got basement virgins out here who continue to do the same thing all the freaking time because they don't want anybody else to be on the come up, but they're too damn lazy to put in the work. Always too damn lazy to put in work. Me, I'm at the golden tender young age of 55 and I'm still kicking it here. So what are they going to do? Take away my social security number? Do me a favor, because my credit is trash. Yo, I found you. Al, thank you. Thank you, shorty. I appreciate that, sweetheart. That means a great deal. I appreciate that. Thank you for popping up in here. If you want to be a part of this, come on over to the YouTube under Navy Montel. But in the meantime, in between time, my most esteemed guest and fellow conversationalist has a microphone more dangerous than mine. He has traveled many miles vocally, and he had the nerve to show off his office before we got in here, y'all. Let me tell y'all, he just flexed on me. But you know what? I'm here for it, because we should be able to flex at this age. So, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, allow me to introduce you to Trey Mosley. Sir!
Sir, what's good with you, man? I did not show off. I simply showed that in my studio, I have people around me. I have Cap sitting here chilling, and like I said, Goku and Gohan, and I got my Robotech or Macross if you go back that far.
Oh, okay. We're doing that now. We're doing that.
And I got Jazz sitting here chilling with me.
Oh, mine was Wheeljack. Wheeljack was my boy back in the day.
Wheeljack is on the shelf over there. So
leave him there.
I can't count how many, but it's probably about 15 or so on that shelf. And then right in front of me is Red Alert, Ratchet, Sideswipe, Tracks, Cup, Sunstreaker, Blaster, and Cliff Jumper.
We already know what type of nerd he is, y'all. Just no, he flexing. He probably got that Optimus Prime that says Optimus.
I,
Trans.
I I came this close, but my wife is in school, and I got a fat old mortgage and a car and other stuff that we need to get done to this here crib. And if she would have saw the price tag, um, nah, bro. We, we we living good, but we ain't living that good to justify a $800 Optimus Prime. Because
Oh, I feel that. I feel all of that. All of that. So
yeah.
everybody, just show your love for this man. So my man, please tell everybody who you are.
I am Trey Mosley. I'm a voice actor, have been for 15 years now, which is crazy to even say. I can recall, doing voiceover in my closet, literally in my closet,
Mm.
and having the mic in the closet with this 30-foot long ass cable going into the front because I had the computer in there, so I'd have to hit record, run all the way back into the closet, and then run all the way back out and stop and edit. It's been a hell of a journey. I'm originally from Miami, Florida. Uh,
Okay.
I spent my formative years where I became a man in the
Mm.
DMV area.
Let's go. Let's
Yep,
go.
yep.
We talked about that too. Let's go.
So
Yo.
I can talk politics or mumbo sauce, whichever you want. Um,
Political mumbo sauce. How about that?
that'd be a good podcast. But anyway, left DC in 2001, moved back to Florida, but this time Jacksonville, where I thought I was
Okay.
going to plant my flag. And actually kind of planted there for 20 years. Um, reconnected with the love of my life. We got married in 2021.
Oh, good. That's awesome.
And I'm sorry, not 2021. We got married in 2018. We moved out here in 2021. She
Okay.
got me nervous because she's sitting right there. But
Oh, she's sitting there going, you better get the dates right. Cause I'm telling you right now, straight up, I will hurt you.
it's Father's Day weekend, June 18th.
Bruh.
She said
Okay.
17th. I remember
If I see a
waking up.
squirt, if I see a spray
No,
bottle come into
so
into
she said
frame,
17,
if I see,
but the year was 20. Oh, she
I
just
feel like I'm gonna see a spray bottle come into frame
like,
and it's like, you
you're
better not
right,
do
man.
it. You're like, I love you. I know, but my face. Oh gosh, my face. Oh
See,
gosh.
I'm used to being the interviewer. I don't get interviewed
Mm.
often, but yes, it
Ah.
was June 17th in the year Anno Domini of 2018. And 2017. 2017. See, oh, she just hit me again.
Oh, the QA.
She,
Okay, okay, okay.
nah, she good.
You're
But
like, I love you.
um,
I love
I,
you, honey.
let me calm down
Yeah.
because, like I said, I'm used to being the person asking the question. So now, and one thing I hate to do
Mm.
is talk about myself.
Well, you just did that.
I did, but I'm
You did an
getting dates.
amazing
I'm
job.
getting dates and numbers confused. Things I should know. Things that are innate in me.
Do
You know,
you realize we gonna forget stuff from time to time? It's okay, especially here. This beard has taken my memory, so trust me. It's like it grows long. What is this I'm looking at? Oh, it's my beard. Okay, yeah, in a split
but
second,
I
my
tell
whole
you
life.
what, I bet I can make some points up like this. I had on black pants that day with a black shirt with a white and blue stripe that go down the side. She had a short haircut at the time. Um, her daughter,
Uh-oh.
now my daughter, had on blue
Uh-oh.
jeans with a kind of pinkish shirt and gave her away to me.
Can,
Um,
can
my
she hear me?
Yeah, she can hear you.
I'm gonna let you know he's trying to get it on your good graces. So just definitely just start
How am I
just put
doing
the
though? Am I right? She gave me the thumbs up. No, I'm
it's
talking
like
about,
making it
yeah, I'm back, baby. What you talking about? I might have had the dates wrong, but I remember the day. And that man said, "You are no longer your mother's son. You are her husband, and you must cleave to your
Mm.
wife." And I was like, "What is cleave? I
or
didn't know
or
what cleave was."
Or
But
you get cleaved by your wife.
but you know what? I have to say, I have older friends that are married, and a lot of the and we ain't even, we gonna get to the nerd shit, y'all. I promise. But real quick, I've heard the tales of happy life and happy wife, and she will correct people and say, no, it is happy spouse,
Spouse,
happy
happy
house.
house.
I'm like, and that's why you the shit. So
Yeah,
yeah, man, it'll be 7 years this June, and
congratulations.
it was a long time coming. We dated prior to. I couldn't get my shit together, and she got married, and I'm like, oh, that's nice. And then she called me out the blue, literally, and was like, hey, want to see how you doing, blah 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 blah. And I'm like, hey, I don't want no static with you and your old man, because I'll raise up if I got to. She's like, you ain't got to worry about that, cause the ring is off. I'm like, oh, that's so sad. Inside, I'm like,
Lord. What's up, fam? Our family plays games. That is Mick and Starla. They are incredible. I love this family. If you ever get a chance, go check them out. They are
yeah,
all
man.
about board games and making it look easy.
Okay.
Make it look
So yeah, 15 years in the business, and every day is like a new day, especially in this business. We always say you get fired every day. And it's true, because you can get hired for a booking and say, hey, you're gonna there's a commercial for Tic Tac. I'm like, all right. And you become the voice of Tic Tac, and that's cool and all, but where's the next job coming from? If
that
you
part.
can. And I think what a lot of people assume about voiceover is that when you get a job with a brand that you work for the brand. No, I just did something for the brand, because eventually they're going to say, hey, that was a great commercial you did. And that commercial ain't going to run no more. It's on to the next gig. So I still get auditions. I still have to, take 5-10 minutes out of each session and play back the audition, make sure it sounds good, then send it off. And then we hope and wish, but we also set in, because you have to have the mentality to do this. To when you send an audition off, yes, you're excited. It could be something that can take your career from here to here, but you also have to have a temperament to know that, hey man, it just might not come. You can have 3 months where you working every day, and then all of a sudden 2 weeks go by and you got one job, and you sitting there like, guess I'm gonna get on food stamps.
Wow.
It's not that bad, but if you don't have the mentality to say, all right, I'm
I
just
need
in
to
a
keep
low point,
grinding.
yeah,
Right.
and you
I
have to
feel
keep grinding.
I feel that. Before we go on any further, though, see, this is
Yes.
why I realized you and I are gonna be having a blast, because I just said, just tell me who you are. You didn't give me birth date, your place of birth, when you got married, what her favorite color is, what's your favorite color, whether Pluto is still a planet. I'm like, okay, we're gonna be rocking with this. Let's go. Everybody, if you got questions for this amazing young man, please put them in the comments and I'll post them up. I'm all about respect. Be respectful, be yourself. Do not make me boot you out of here, man. I'm a pro wrestling fan. So Keith Lee's Pounce is still the most powerful one out there. Even if we ain't seen the brother in a while, wherever you are, Keith, get better, get well, get rested, because you are missed, my man. You are missed. To
Yeah.
me, Keith Lee is this generation's Dusty Rhodes, because the man can
Really?
promo, the man
Yeah.
can perform, and he's not built like the average statuesque, Apollo god, no. He looks
No.
like a dude from around the way. If you see him, you're like, ha ha,
You mean like this? Because
yeah.
I give love to the big boys, because I just saw something the other day where Drewski apparently is dating some chick. I don't be knowing these young folk, but you
Millennium
know,
Studios. He's
they're
locked
like
in.
they're like man, how Drewski pull that? I'm like, it's that big boy magic. I don't know what it is. Some of us have it, and some, well,
Oh, whatever. I still feel like there are unsung heroes that are so talented that don't get that, because they just happen to, I don't know, miss the moment to be seen.
Yeah.
And honestly, I have more respect and more appreciation for cats like yourself and others who don't have the glitz and glamour, but you're still putting in that work. You still putting in that grind, and you're still creating amazing things. And you're being an example for others who want to come up. And you say, okay, slow down before you think this is all glamorous. Let me break this down to what I had to do. And there are lessons within my experiences. So that's why I appreciate that. And I appreciate you. Plus, you an old blurred like me, so you already
Yeah,
know, man.
I am old school. I am Tarzan and the Super 7 old. Uh, so if you know what that is, then we can talk.
Yo.
You know what I'm saying? I am Starcade, the video game show old. So for you youngins who don't know what the hell we talking about, you might want to,
Yo,
you know,
I
when
just
you
have
Google
number two. I just have flashbacks when you said that's like, yo, that was our dream to be on Starcade.
Starcade, bruh.
Yeah. I was like, I can
I
play
want to
Burger
get on
Time
there
better than that
and
fool.
play Yars Revenge and Crystal Castles because that was my
Yo,
shit.
let's go.
Yeah,
Yo, we're gonna talk about Joust and
come on
Mappy
now. Yeah,
and oh gosh, Mappy was a game that used to drive me crazy. Like all these damn bouncing cats. How the hell am I supposed to get through? You know what? We ain't gonna do that.
we can go.
Vegas
We
Shorty,
can go Burger
hello, my
Time,
dear. Will we
Hubert.
be blessed with your presence at DreamCon? No, unfortunately, I will not be at DreamCon. I will be at San Diego Comic Con because that is work. DreamCon and San Diego are the same weekend, and San Diego is work because I'm a comic retailer as well, so I go there. But if you come to Blurred, you'll see me, and we got to get Trey to come here too because got to get him to come to Blurred if he ain't been. I mean, we got to get you in the
Man,
midst.
you know what? Make it happen. We can make it happen. And you know, and it's good to know that you are a comic retailer because I like to support my people. So I'm definitely want to drop some dollars your way, man, and get some things. So that is good to know. Um,
Absolutely,
but yeah, Saturday mornings for me,
Cathedral.
especially back then, that was, you know, and I was an early bird. It's funny how growing up Monday through Friday, you had to
Mhm.
drag ass to get out of bed, but Saturday it was like ping, oh, time for the Smurfs, pew, and you in front of the TV. You know, I used so my wife always my memory, my long-term memory, especially when it comes to TV shows.
Mhm.
And you know, Saturday mornings for me was I can get up, watch Smurfs at 9, uh, and then Mr. T came on. You
Oh
know what I
my
mean?
gosh.
Like I used to know the lineup, the Snorks, and
Oh gosh, bro, don't do this because
but then
mm.
hold on, then switch from NBC to CBS because Black Star was on,
Yeah.
and you had to watch you know, back then the WWF
Rock and
cartoon,
wrestling. Yeah, rock
Rock
and
and
wrestling.
Wrestling, and
Yep.
then you had to switch back to NBC to watch Pro Stars with Bo Jackson, Wayne Gretzky, and Michael Jordan. Don't don't
Golly.
play with me. Don't play with me.
Yo, I'm gonna break it down to you. Let's see if you can y'all if y'all remember y'all Saturday morning cartoons, pipe it in because I'd love to see the comments here. Um, you had In the News on CBS,
CBS, yep.
you had Schoolhouse Rock on ABC.
Yes.
NBC couldn't get their shit together no matter what. They were
No.
putting on more live action shows. There was Big John, Little John. There was the kids from
Kids Power
Caper.
Hour. Kids with
Yep.
Power Hour with
Yeah.
Shazam.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. The Hudson brothers. Oh,
Yeah.
good grief. Yo, see, that was Saturday mornings was that time where nothing else mattered. Bugs Bunny Roadrunner was 2 hours minimum.
Yeah.
You was in front of it with two, man. See, and I keep telling people Saturday mornings was our cathedral because we knew Saturday we got up, we watched our cartoons. After cartoons were done around noon, we changed our clothes. We was out.
Yeah.
Mom and dad didn't have to worry about us because we was in the neighborhood, we was playing, we had to worry about foolishness, none of that stupidity.
Mm-mm.
As long as you was in, by the time the Muppet Show came on, you laughing because you know what I'm talking about.
So my mom was a school teacher for 40 years. So
Thank her for her
Just by vocation, she had to have a loud voice. I could be a good 2.5 blocks away. And it's like what's the cartoon that came out years ago? Monkey, when she go, Monkey, I need your help. My mom's voice would project, and I'm like, yeah, man, I'm about to throw this touch. My mama calling, pew, and I had to go. I had to go because she gonna call you twice because she don't know where in the street are you. So once because she think you in proximity, so it's not as loud.
Right.
When she get that lion's roar, and it's like, oh, she really need me. I gotta go, y'all.
That was my grandmother. That was my grandmother. And if she called my whole Christian name, I knew what was waiting for me. Yeah, my dad. I was like, oh Lord, y'all, I gotta go. We'll see you at school. Hopefully, it was a pleasure knowing you.
It's either gonna be a fast run home, or if you know that ass in trouble, that's the slowest walk. I mean, you walking slow and things just zooming past you. It's like that's like when Spike Lee had him on the carriage and everybody going by, and he just kind of, it was like that. And then you get to the house, and this what pissed me off. And when you get to the house, they done called your name, and it'd be something menial like, pick that up for me. Go get the thing outside. Like, I was just outside. So you go back outside to get the thing outside that your ass ain't want to get. But of course, when you 10, you can't say that.
No, you've been given permission to go back outside. So you still go outside and go, no. Did you do it? Not yet. Yes, ma'am. You lying just why you ain't even touched it nowhere near.
I milked it. There was a young lady who stayed across the gate. Just so happened I got home and she was like, go get the clothes off the line. I'm like, all right. So I'm just snatching the clothes up. The clothes pins just die. And Lavada came outside. She was like, your mama got you taking clothes down too? I was like, back then, voice is a little higher like this. Like, yeah. but I'm trying to deepen it so it's cracking. Like, yeah. She making me, yeah,
oh my goodness, yo, we ain't gonna, you know what? We just, man, we ain't gonna talk about crushes because mine, every time I saw her, my voice automatically did this. And I was trying she said, what was so cute about you? I said, what? She said, you tried so hard to talk normal and your body was rebelling against you. And she said, you were really trying. I said, I really wouldn't know what to do. She started laughing. I was really trying hard. I couldn't help myself. She would giggle at me, but longtime friend and everything. So we got a question actually for both of us, but I want you to address this from Vegas Shorty here. Any chance you or Trey met your favorite voice actor yet?
Oh boy.
Oh wow. You first, Trey. You first.
One thing about being in this business that eventually, I shouldn't say eventually, but I've been fortunate that I have I've met one and eventually worked with him, and then I met two that I haven't worked with yet, but we'll see. So one, Dave Fenoy, who, if you played hell, what hasn't he been? But if you're an Arkham Batman Arkham fan, he is the voice of Lucius Fox.
Yes.
And he was also in the Walking Dead series. Dave has done hundreds of games, and he befriended me at the infancy of my career, kind of at the point to where I was not sure if I even wanted to continue doing this because things were kind of iffy. And he befriended me, mentored me, and when I moved out here, I'm in Vegas and LA is a couple hours.
I wish I'd have known that some weeks ago when I was there judging a Yu-Gi-Oh tournament. I would have called you up, man.
I saw that and was like, oh, next time, let me know. But yeah, he's been very instrumental in helping my career. I met
Mhm.
Keith David back in 2013
Oh, wow.
back in 2013, and I was in awe of him. That whole trip was terrible because I landed in LA, and back then I had a Samsung Galaxy. It blew up, so I had no means to take pictures or
Oh,
anything. I could
no.
not chronicle nothing. At that
Oh,
at that time, I had a what's the tablet? It's not a Palm Pilot. The tablet you Nook, I had a Nook, and
okay.
that Nook saved my life because I could check emails, I could check for my flight, and then when I got to the hotel, I could get on Zoom or Skype and chat, but as far as talking with people, "Hey, let's get a picture," I'm like, "I ain't got no camera." And I couldn't do nothing. Yeah, Dave Fenoy, Keith David, and then I had a chance to take a class uh,
Mhm.
with Deborah Wilson.
Oh, my goodness.
And she and I, one she's very approachable. Um, and we were talking after the class, and she was like, "Tell me." So she was like, "So tell me your story." And I was telling her, how I got into the business and how my wife was going to school. Like, she doing well? Like, yeah, she's doing good, but you know, you have your ups and downs going to class. And she was like, "Well, I want to send a message to her if that's okay with you." And this woman took my phone and proceeded to, "Queen, if you're watching this, I don't even know you and I love you. I'm proud of you." I mean, like, just
That's
giving
awesome.
her flowers. I'm like,
You just geeked out and it's like this. I'm
"Oh,
getting his
for
gift,
sure."
getting flowers for the wife. Oh, I'm gonna be in like Flint.
So
Okay.
yeah, I've met a couple of people in the biz. There's some that are still on the list, and
Mhm.
then there are also voice actors. Is it's interesting because you know them for projects that they're in, and I don't really see them as voice actors. Like, that's my girl, that's my boy. For any of you Mortal Kombat fans who use the character Sindel,
Oh
Marajuna
boy.
is a good friend of mine, and our careers kind of started around the same time, and to see what she has done, like she is the truth. So yeah, every now and then you get to meet some pretty cool folks in this business.
Okay. Well, I am not as lucky as Trey. I have been blessed to meet people by proxy, like with the Blur's Eye View crew. So talking to Phil Lamar was a dream come true for me because that man has been on so many different projects. He's done so
Yes,
many different
sir.
things. He has truly set a standard amongst people like David, and oh my gosh, the list goes on and on and on and on. Um, but I haven't met anyone in person only because my life is so weird. I'm popping up all over the place. So I may have met someone, but see, I don't see people as what they do. I see people for who they are.
Right.
And that is always what gets me as far as the blessing. Because yes, I had Trey came in. It was weird. It's like social media is actually good for something where you can meet people and you
Yeah.
connect and you vibe and go, that's my brother, that's my sister, that's my fam, that's how it is. But you're like, well, there's so and so, so and so. Okay, what they do is irrelevant. I'm looking at the person. I'm
Right.
looking at that specific viewpoint, And you as a voice actor, I'm pretty sure you have met tons of people in your career. But what has been more important for you, the position that you're in working with them or the relationship that you can establish during the course of that project?
You always want to have a good relationship because in this business, even though there are hundreds of voice actors, um, we all have
No.
it's a very close knit community. Um, Producers know creative
Mhm.
directors know engineers, engineers know game developers. So if to quote our friend Spartan, don't be a dick. So because people will remember if you were difficult in a session, if you are late to a session, if you're
Mm.
unprofessional, if you talk about a job too soon. There was a young lady, I don't know who she was, but she had been posting all on Twitter that she was excited to be cast in so and so and so. And someone saw that and was like, well, I hope you enjoy this moment. And they took it away because
Golly.
you have,
NDAs are a thing, y'all.
yeah, NDAs are real. Um, you know, if you and trust me, I worked on a game called Starfield. And
Okay.
yeah, so I'm in Starfield, and I came in at the tail end. There were people who were working on and were voicing in Starfield. The game has been 5 years in the making, so they were there from on the
Day one.
ground from day one. I
Mm-hmm.
came in at like, yeah, it's probably going to beta and then so and so and so. But still, they said, look, you can't say nothing. And I ain't say nothing. Once we got the email, they was like, yeah, they're going to start doing some media stuff. You can do a slow release. I'm like, all right. So I would just be like, hey, I'm in the game coming up. But I still wouldn't say it. And then, but they said it was cool. And then the internet is undefeated. Somebody had already found and compiled the list of
Oh
all the
wow.
voice actors.
Oh wow.
And I'm like, oh well, damn, that was quick. So now people are like, are you in? Well, I guess the cat's out the bag. So then when that happened, my agents was like, all right, they said, look, people are starting to find out. Fuck it, just all right, release. I'm like, hey, guess what I'm in? So now it was all good. But you really have to be diligent. It's yes, it's exciting to be a part
Mm-hmm.
of a game or of an animation, but these people not only spend tons of money in development, but they spend tons of money in marketing. And
That is true. That is very true.
these folk don't want you messing up their marketing coins by, coming out with something early. In music, you can do that. Somebody leaked, you know, a hit or whatever. And it's like, oh man, you heard that new so and so already? Yeah, man, somebody leaked it. It can work in the artist's favor sometimes, but video games, if a video game is released too
Mm-hmm.
early, and they may say, well, who's the voice of so and so? He's terrible, and they're like, man, we done spent all this money, and people are already hating the game.
Mm.
Like what happened to Cyberpunk? Cyberpunk was highly touted, and everybody was excited about it, and then it came out. It
Yeah.
was like, hey, all right. Now, now I will say they improved on it and tweaked it later on, but at first it didn't, at least in the gamer's eyes, it didn't meet up to the hype. Anything else with Bethesda? Not yet, but Bethesda has a pretty extensive library, and again, it goes with um being cool with folks.
Mm.
I've been approached about things. So I don't know if that means they have me on their radar for something, but I ain't gonna mess it up. So I ain't saying nothing. I don't know.
See,
Could be.
in my orbit, NDA stands for nigga don't ask. That's what, and I came up with that a long time ago. Says this is the NDA. What is the NDA? Nigga don't ask.
Mm-mm.
Not gonna tell you.
Not gonna
So
tell you.
so don't ask. And I've been under an NDA before, and it's not as bad as people think it is. It's just you're excited about it, but you also understand, like you said, there's a process to
Yeah.
everything with marketing and advertising and making sure that it's done the right way or the way that's already been prescribed.
Right.
So when they say, okay, speak about it, everything's been put in place. All processes have been executed. So all you gotta do is say, hi, I'm part of this now. You wanna
Straight
wanna
up.
go play the game or watch the show or watch the movie? I'm in it.
Yeah, man.
Good stuff.
That's the part that's dope, because then I remember I was telling I said, well, my character's name is Alwyn Wright, and he's on the planet that's kind of, I can't think of the name of the planet, but any of you guys who play Starfield, the planet is kind of like where the cowboys, the frontiersmen are, and I cannot think of the name of the city. Aquila City. There you go. Aquila City is where he is.
Recall.
Yeah. And I remember someone tagging me in a post because I was like, hey, if anybody can find me on the gang let me know when somebody had some footage like, hey, I think I found you. And I was like, oh, that's him. And I skipped some missions on purpose to go find myself. And he was so rude. And I think because I skipped the missions, he wouldn't talk. He would talk to me, but I couldn't interact with him. He's just like, yeah, they don't make machines the way they used to. And I'm hitting the X button. Sorry, can't talk now. Come back later. I'm like, no, you don't talk to me now, bro. I done light speed and hyper jump way over here to talk to you. And that's what you gonna do to me? Ain't too many brothers out here in space. You the only brother in the whole damn city. I'm like, what's up, man? I'm here. I can't talk to you right now.
That Stargate was closed to you. That's what it was.
Yeah,
the Stargate
was closed. Be in the bar when you want to come through. You holler at me when you through working on your robot. He ain't coming.
Oh my goodness. I one of the things that I think I really vibe with you is the fact that we understood what it means to pursue your passions, but not have everything in place. A lot of people nowadays, they have an advantage, you know, technology and to a point social media, but there was a time where the grind, you had to have a genuine passion for what you wanted to pursue and put in that groundwork and, you know, take the pink slips and put them on your wall and let them be your motivation to keep going because this is what you want to do. So
yes, sir.
The curiosity for me, Trey, is what made you decide to become a voice actor in the first place?
Okay, so this is the question that lingers in everybody's mind. I was I worked in the mortgage field.
I believe it.
For years.
I believe it. I can see him selling somebody some shit too. Something hey, so looking for a home? Come on down. Actually, I got you covered.
I worked in a department that was people were foreclosing, and I had to be, we're sorry about the inconvenience. Perhaps there's something that we can assist you with. Speak to one of our loan modification officers to help you. And people would be pressing the button because they thought I was the prompt because, hi, thank you for calling Chase. My name is like, representative. I'm like, sir, can I have representative? I'm like, sir, please stop yelling in my. Can I get a rep, please? Like, you're speaking to a rep. How can I help? Oh, you real? I'm very.
Why is that always a question when they realize that they're wrong? It's like, oh, you're a human, bruh. I've been telling you stop. Boop. I need to represent.
Yeah, so I was that person, and I got tired of doing that, and I was about to quit, but then they bumped us up to another position. I'm like, oh, all right, I guess I can stay. And things were going well. I was in the process of buying a home. I was like, oh, first time homeowner's gonna be dope. And then they was like, so listen, we're laying some folks off. I'm like, but I close in a week.
That's it.
And I was able to get my closing costs and all that good stuff back and didn't get my house. So now I'm sitting home, depressed, eating wings and pizza every day. And I had invested at the time in this little startup company called Netflix. And I had bought some stock with this little company.
Here we go. Y'all, he ain't flexing at all. No, not at all. No, not at all. No.
So I had bought the stock. When I bought Netflix, it was like $50 a share. And over the course of time, it jumped up to like $300 a share. It was pretty decent. So I took a portion of my stocks and just lived off the stocks for the year and trying to figure out what I'm gonna do. In that time, watching a lot of documentaries, of course, watching tons of cartoons and playing games. And I was sitting up one night, it was like 3 a.m. And I paused. I said, who's the voice on that? And then I paused and saw who it was. So now I'm starting to write these names down and I'm going online. I'm like, wait, so the dude doing the documentary was also, you know, the man with 3 faces and the 13 ghosts of Scooby-Doo. Like, damn, how you doing that? So I'm trying to put this all together. And I'm like, you know,
you created your own rabbit hole. You realize that, right?
Yeah.
You created your own rabbit hole. Forget
And
QAnon. You
yeah,
got Treanon.
pretty much. And I was like, well, people have been saying for years, man, you got a cool voice. You ever do radio? I'm like, nope, ain't no radio dude. That's why I heard you on something. I'm like, if you heard me on something, it was an answer machine. Um, so I just started, looking things up online, and
Mhm.
I'm like, all right, voiceover. How hard could it be? And went to Guitar Center, got me two Elisa's speakers.
Mhm.
Already had a laptop. I got me a AKG Perception 220 that I still have. I will never give it up. Bleak, I won't sell it. I will never give it up. And 10 points for anyone who knows where that line came from. But and just started recording stuff, man. I would just get articles, and if I hear something, like I was reading like a news reporter, because I'm like, okay, it's an announcer. But
Mhm.
then watching different videos on voiceover, and like, yeah, these dudes like really, they in a bag. I'm trying to get like that. And it just so happened uh in 2012 there was a voiceover conference called VO Atlanta. It was new,
Yeah, I heard of that. I wanted to go to that so bad.
bruh. So I'm like, all right, I'm in Jacksonville, Atlanta. What, 4 hours away?
Mhm.
Road trip. So I got on the road and went. And me not knowing that they even had conferences or conventions for voice actors, because I'm like, why would you do that? Because you talk all day. So you go to a conference to talk all day. But guess what? It's real. So I get there, and being that it was the inaugural conference, there wasn't that many people. It was like 75 people. I'm like,
That's still a good grouping though for
yeah,
for the
it's a
time.
good group. I'm like, ain't a lot of y'all in here. And I got a chance to, oh, forgot one other person. Going back to the previous question about folks I've met, I got a chance to meet Pat Fraley. So if you watch Brave Star, he was Marshall Brave
Mhm.
Star, and he was
Yes, Brave Star was my oh my gosh, I love that. That
so
cartoon was one of my favorites.
yeah, it blew my mind, because I'm like, so Brave Star is a Native American, you got and white, and you was Brave Star, like the Speed of the Puma, Brave. All right, whatever. But and I got to
Strength of
be
the
around,
bear.
yeah, and I got to be around folks who um were talking about the business side of it.
Mm.
Talent is one thing, but then you also have to know how to market yourself. And there was a lady there named Joan Baker, and she was talking about, the marketing side of VO. And she mentioned, hey, we have another conference. We have a conference ourselves called That's Voiceover, and it's going to be in in Burbank. I'm like, that's California. Your boy
Mm.
ain't never been to California. Guess I'm going to Cal. I was trying to be wherever they were, trying to get in, and just be around these people, and just slowly, meeting different folks. And then back in the day of Periscope, watching voice actors live on Periscope doing their sessions, and I'm like, this is really cool. And just started putting in the work. I can honestly say from 2009 to about 2014, I ain't make no money.
Wow.
I did okay. I could pay a bill or two,
He
but
said no money was made.
I because the people think that, oh, you've been on this, you banking. Now, yeah, I do okay. But then no, I was still going to Checkers getting that 2 for 2 Buford. You know what I'm talking about?
Man, come on. Preach, bruh. Preach.
And
Yo. You
yeah.
just gave me another flashback. I'm gonna need you not do that, okay? And
So
Lizzie said it to listen the way I felt that. Yeah. Facts. Just
and that's why I like to talk about, I don't really like to talk about the after. The after to me is, okay, you've been in fill in the blank role in this being
mhm.
in Madden and stuff like that. I think if more people understood the before, that they would get a better understanding.
Yeah,
Um
I agree.
20 what, 16, 17-ish. I was ready to pack this shit in, bro. Like, I'm done. Sick of it. And that young lady over there to my right, she said something to me. And she was like, if we gonna do this, I'm paraphrasing. She's like, I can't come home every day and you mad because you watching commercial or you playing a game or you hear a movie trailer like that's supposed to be me and you sitting there with your lip poked out. So it just so happened the VO Atlanta conference was coming up again, and I was under protest. Like, I ain't going, man. I ain't going. And we went, and she was like, look, be around your tribe. If you don't feel nothing, all right, cool. Then you go back to your provincial life.
There you
But
go.
if you feel something, that means it ain't time to leave it. And we had a fun drive up there, singing Nutbush City Limits, and that's a whole. So
Wow.
my wife, when it comes to that song, she gets it in. She channels her Tina. I'm highway number 19. She She also, I ain't gonna do it. No. but
so I love how supportive. Yep. Same.
Oh, I'm gonna tell you. And so speaking of that, so I go to the conference. It was dope. Got a chance to meet one of another mentor of mine. His name is Joe Cipriano. He doesn't do games or
no. Joe Cipriano does music.
Joe Cipriano is one of the top promo voices. So for years he was the voice. It's an all new Simpsons or the voice of Deal or No Deal. This cat.
Oh wow.
For 30 years, he was the voice of one network. Like just him doing all the promo for. So he was a legend in the game. And they had a raffle at the end of the conference. And I'm like, all right, sure, I'll take a ticket. Because I had been previous years like, I ain't winning nothing. I won this time, and I won a raffle with him. And it was a 1 hour consultation, and we did a Zoom chat, and I'm telling him all the things I want to do. He's like, well, let me listen to your demo. And I played him my demo. He was like, well, Trey, buddy, because he calls everybody buddy. He's the friendliest, nicest dude ever. He's like, you got something, but I need to hear more of you. And I didn't understand what that meant because I'm like, well, you want me to sound deeper? You want me like, no, that's not what I mean.
I know exactly what you mean.
Whoever produced this, the music sounds good and the, all the sounds and bells and whistles, but I don't really hear you. He said, now you can get work with this, but if you trying to get the kind of work that I get, you need to tighten that demo up. I'm like, oh, okay, shit. All right, then. And I did what he said. And things gradually took time, but I was still kind of like, look, I'm working. I was working at the damn supervisor of elections, telling folks where to go vote and having old women flirt with me because and trying to hook me up with their daughters. Because you have to have that professional tone. So I'm like, thank you for calling Duval County Supervisor of Elections. This is Trey. Ooh, how you doing, young man? I'm like, oh Lord, there's another one.
Oh gosh, we ain't getting into that. Get into that.
Yeah, it was crazy. And I remember, talking to my wife. I'm like, look, I ain't really bringing no money in, and it's one of those things. And you can understand as a brother, we have always had the burden, and not even the burden, but the responsibility.
I know exactly
of being protector and provider and waymaker. I wasn't providing shit. I had a little bit of something coming in. She's like,
hold on. Doggone it, buddy. Come out of nowhere.
Oh, lady D sugar too.
Yo, this like let's
Wow.
go. When I tell you folks come in here, they are spicy as all
But you
get
know
out.
what though? Real talk to go back on that. I was on a call with this lady, and I'm telling her where to go vote. She puts me on hold to my. It's the same one. Her daughter comes, and now they got me on speaker. So what you be doing? Like when you ain't working? To my, you got an old lady or something? You single? I'm like, I'm seeing somebody. Dang. Well, you want another friend? I'm like, nah, I'm good. But thank you though. But yeah,
I
it's
love
so
the
good.
audacity of it though, bro.
Oh,
The audacity. Yo, I ain't gonna lie. It's weird stuff like that. And I get that too. And it's like, I need to get off this phone because y'all gonna get me fired from this job.
yeah, man. And it's crazy because even the women that were at the job, we would have every Friday was potluck Friday, breakfast potluck. And
Here we go.
I had brought something to work, and they was like, "Oh, you made this?" I'm like, "Nah, my girl made it." Oh, it's decent.
Yo, the
Like, wait,
phone.
you over
Yo.
here like Goku eating the rice? You were tearing it up. Oh, your girl made it. It's cool. It's okay.
Meanwhile, the bottomless pit still continues,
Right.
girl.
It's a
You
little.
just trying to
It's a little gritty. She know what she doing. But you was.
or
I
or my
digress.
or no, oh no, we can talk about this for a minute because we'd all been to that potluck. We come in and you say, "Girl, you know he ain't baked in. You know he done got that store bought somewhere. You know he did. Oh hi Trey, how you doing? This look good. Did you make this?
Mm-hmm.
Oh okay, bless your heart. I see what you did. You know that nigga didn't make that. We still gonna try and eat it, ain't we? It's
Oh no,
crime.
when I did throw down at my previous job, I stayed up one night grilling till probably 1 o'clock in the morning. And
Nice.
I had to call my boss, like, bring down the cart. He's like, "Man, how much did you bring down the cart?" I had a aluminum pan full of ribs. I made burgers.
Ooh.
I made dogs and
Ooh.
brought all that up. And my boy Kelvin was like, "I told y'all Trey was gonna bring that thunder." Like, you made all this? I'm like, "Yeah." Let me see what your little red. Why black folk always got to diminish shit? Why I got to be little red? This red big as
I
this
was
black.
about to say the same thing.
Why I gotta be that? Let me see what your little rib tastes like. Then she took a bite to my girl. Y'all better try his little ribs for I take them all. I'm like, they are not all for you. Get your ass on.
Mm-mm.
So
Take the other
yeah.
leg back down the cubicle aisle where it came from. Go on now.
So in the midst of that, I was happy to get that advice from him, but it was still kind of slow. And Danielle was like, "Look, I got us until I don't." I had never heard that before. Like, you mean you gonna take care? She's like, "Look, I was taking care of stuff before you came here." I'm like,
Mhm.
true. And
Oof. When you hear that, it hits so different because you know that they got you. And
yeah,
we talk about this so much as black men. All we want is someone to say, I got you. And that takes so much pressure off of our shoulders because, like you said, we're used to being protectors, providers, caretakers, all of that. And to know that someone has our back, even if it's not a relationship, just people in general,
yeah.
that takes so much off of us. So to hear that, man, come on, let's
Oh,
go.
that you know, that right there when that happened, is when I was like telling my boy, I'm like, "Bruh, I'm gonna have to go on and turn in the card, bruh." And he was like, "For real?" I'm like, yeah. Cause see, there's a lot that I omitted just for the sake of time.
What's up, fam?
But you know, we like I said, we were seeing each other previously, got reconnected, and it was just on some, hey, two old friends, we chilling, I'm single, you single, no expectation, let's just hang out. But
Mhm.
now we on the phone till 2 in the morning every day, like some damn teenagers. The hurricane hits,
Mm.
and she's talking to me, but reception is terrible and is real bad. So she drives from her place over to where I am. Um, how long would you say that's about 10 miles, 20 miles, give or take, to see if I'm doing okay. Her mom lived like 10 minutes away from where I was, and her mom was out of town. She's like, I got keys to the crib. We walk in, AC blowing. Okay, we about to parlay up in here. Bloop, power go out after a while. Like, dang. Oh boy. And
Wow.
but during that time is is like when you spend time with someone and you reconnect with them, it can either it's two ways it can go. It's friendship or something, rekindles and
Hmm.
uh luckily for
Facts.
me, it was a rekindle. And I remember my uncle, well, he's like an uncle to me. That's who I was staying with at the time.
Mm.
And he was like, hey man, just want to let you know, power back on at the crib if you want to come back. And I remember telling her, like, hey, power back on at the house. She like, okay. I said, well, and now it's this whole back and forth about, well, I'll stay if you want me to stay. And she's like, well, do you want to stay?
Oh
What do
my
you?
gosh, yo,
Yeah.
bro, I ain't gonna lie. Uh, fellas, she's throwing you hints that she wants you to stay. She is telling you in no uncertain terms that she would love to continue to be in your presence. Don't be stupid. Don't be stupid. Read the room, read between the lines, conjunction junction. What's your function, fool? Come on, man. Yo,
So
mm,
I went home and packed. And prior to last summer, I think the longest I had been apart from her was maybe a couple of days. She spent a whole month back in Florida, and we were pretty much like this from that
just
point. Even, but I always say that we're one of those non we're a, there are some things that we do that are traditional in this relationship, and then we're very non-traditional. Like,
mhm.
even when I asked her to marry me, it wasn't no on the knee proposal with a ring. Hell, I couldn't afford no ring. I was still trying to get some VO money. I'm like, ring? You want an onion ring?
You could have
But
used that. As a matter of fact, come on, baby. And just
I'm gonna tell you how it was, and she's sitting right here. And if I'm wrong, you correct me. It was
that
12.
spray bottle gonna come out. I'm telling you, that spray bottle
It
gonna
was about
come out
11,
there.
12 at night, and we watching the movie on Netflix. And I just asked her the question. I said, "So, what you think about this marriage thing?" And I'm paraphrasing. She was like, "You know, it's cool or whatever." I'm like, "You trying to get married?" She like, "Yeah,
There you go.
about right."
I
Yep.
I hear it too. She's like down to the silver, all the way down.
Yeah.
Yeah, I ain't about that foolishness. Do you want you? Yeah, I want to. You sure? Yeah, okay, good. We're going to Popeyes. Come on, let's go.
Straight up. So, and that's kind of how it happened. So I joke with her, but I'm very serious at the same time. Where I'm like, you saved my life, because I really didn't. If voiceover didn't work out,
Mm.
I ain't know what I had no plan B. And even though I knew IT and I can go back into that job and maybe make, at that time 85 a year, that'd have been cool. But it wouldn't have been fulfilling.
Right.
And had it not been for that day, and I did not pawn everything and stuck with it.
Whew,
And then the cool
goodness.
thing about it, to have the full circle 360 moment is she took care of me. And
Mm.
then we got our first house, and we had a 5-year plan. God said, ha, 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 ha. You have a plan, do you? 5 years? 4-year plan. How about that, sir? And we were actually out here in Vegas. We were going to come in 2020, but Auntie Rona was like, "You shall not pass." And
Wow.
the
Yep.
the, the minute that things were starting to open back up, I preempted, was like, "Okay, it's February. We going to Vegas for our anniversary," and I had already booked everything, but
Mm.
I could, back then it was you can cancel anytime, so I like, all right, we good. And we started playing with the idea of moving, out of Florida because I wanted to be closer to LA for more opportunities and stuff like that.
That makes
And
sense.
yeah, so we be up, man. It's 12, 1 o'clock, just looking at different houses. Ooh, that's nice. And that got a pool. And man, how much? Oh no, that's too much. We can't do that. We were thinking small, but still trying to think about getting away. And flew out here for our anniversary. We were here for a week and we went house hunting during the day, which was so just an
Thank
arduous,
you, Shorty. Appreciate
arduous
you.
task. Well, I missed that. So what to say?
See, that's what you get for talking about your life. It's sitting there long. I've been regaling the Lord this encyclopedia over here on the coffee table. Heading back
Oh man, appreciate you.
thank you for the stream. Thank you, Shorty. Thank you so much for popping through.
Yeah, for sure.
She is one of the people that's come in after the convos that I've been having with good folks like yourself. So this is inspiration for everyone. This is why I do this.
Yeah, man. It's beneficial because I think everyone, or I shouldn't say everyone, but sometimes you may feel that you are doing this and you're doing it alone. I can
That part.
honestly say having a good support system and making the decision that we gonna make this move. And whew, that was the whole process of that was hell because we'll keep it a whole bunch of a buck. White folk don't want to see you do good. Because in the process of trying to get this house, when I tell you they looked at everything about me from A to Z, told us we had to sell the other house, and then we found out later on in the process, oh, you guys didn't have to sell. So we could have kept that, made a profit off of it. But we found out after the fact. So, there go A. RFF, that RFO beat. What's up, sugar? But yeah, man, we took a 3-day excursion across this great United States and planted our flag here in Vegas in 21, and we'll be here 3 years this August. So
okay. Well, I already know because I have a tendency to come to Vegas every year to judge this massive Yu-Gi-Oh tournament every year. So I will most likely pop up there and be like, Trey, you need to pull out the grill because the brother like to eat.
Come through.
And we're gonna chalk it up and chat it up. So I know, and I know I don't have a whole lot of time because you and I look like we could chop it up for hours and hours and hours.
Oh, we have to do a part 2. That's all.
That's fine. I ain't mind part 3 and 4. Let's go. Part 3, bring in the midgets. So I gotta ask this of you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I am an aspiring voice actor.
Right.
Because I know there's a lot of work, it's a lot of grind. I talked to you, and I've talked to especially one of my friends, Benny Latham, amazing young lady. I love her work, and I'm a big fan of hers and everything. So, as someone coming into the industry,
yes,
if you could give some advice based on your experience, what would you be able to offer out there that I could say, okay, I am definitely going to remember this, and I'm going to hold it close to my bosom?
Well, if you're going off of my experience, you're closer than you think. That's number one. You're closer than you think. Yes, you owe me that cigar.
Put that back up, everyone who missed that. Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. You're closer than you think. Keep people around you that can see what you don't see. Sometimes in this business, there's gonna be a time where you have doubt. You have that imposter syndrome.
Yes,
and it's real. And everyone has their way of dealing with it, or coping with it. But it's going to happen. Now, if you have one of those minds like a steel trap, oh, nothing don't rattle me. Come on into this business and let it humble you a little bit. Gonna be like Magneto and just bend that.
Yo,
how's that steel trap working for you now? I will say this. a lot of people that have reached out to me asking, I want to do what you do. I want to do what you do, man. I'm trying to get paid. Let me stop you right there.
Mm,
If you don't have any type of love for it, you ain't got to worry about getting paid because you're gonna be so frustrated because you think all you thinking about is the money,
mhm,
and your performances are gonna suck because you're gonna overdo it. You're not getting proper coaching. Um, you're not really applying yourself for the business of
mm.
being in VO. You all you see is getting the bag. And I actually had a young lady, she DM me on IG and was like, "Hey, I want to do VO." Like, okay, that's what's up. And anytime I see is one of us, I'm extra excited because we need more of us in there. And I said, what type of VO are you interested in? And it just hurt my heart. And she was like, whichever one can get me that bag. And my head just went
Wow.
like, you don't get it, do you?
Mm-mm.
And I told her, I said, well, there are many genres that you can get the bag. Um, but it's gonna, and I started naming it's gonna take this, it's gonna take this. And all of a sudden, she dropped the smoke pellet like Batman. I never saw her again.
Wow.
Um, so if you come into this for just for the sake of money, you are going to spend more of it than making it. But if you love it, it's
Mhm,
gonna show up in your reads. It's gonna show up when you do get a session or a booking and you go to that studio and you walk in like, "Hey, how you doing? Hey, good to meet you. All right, so you're gonna be playing the role of blah blah blah, and we need high energy, or if it's someone that's sinister, we need you to bring your gravitas and get down here and get sinister. Whatever it
mhm.
is asking for, and then you do it and be a pro. And when it's all said and done, you shake hands, adapt. Hey, great working with you all. And people will remember that. If it's working remotely, which now for me is 98% of what I do, even if you're working on Skype or you're doing a Zoom call and they
Mhm.
see you like, hey, really appreciate y'all bringing me on. This was fun. Can't wait to see what you guys are doing with this. And like, hey, we'll send you a copy. Okay, cool. And when that commercial comes out, they'll send you a copy. Or when that game comes out, they send you a copy. If you look back
I was
there,
waiting for you to say it. I was
uh,
waiting for you to say it. I can't with you. I was
they
waiting for you to say that.
they send you copies. If you're nice, they're nice to you.
Mm.
So yeah, it pays to be nice. Have a good support system. Love it and continue
Mm,
to learn because trends in voiceover change all the time. And if
okay.
you keep up with the trends, you know who the the major players are. And what I mean by that, if you are a fan of a certain game franchise, find
Mhm.
out who those VOs are. Go to their websites and see what other stuff they're doing. If you're a fan of a particular game developer, I saw somebody had mentioned Bethesda. Go look at Bethesda's. I'm getting to that, girl. I'm telling you now what the trends are. So the trends are things change in voiceover. Back in the day, it used to be the announcer, tonight it's an all new. They don't be all in your ear like that now.
Mm-mm.
Now it's like tomorrow on BET, it's a so and so and so. Now, the only time I have to really get loud, I do a lot of stuff for WWE. So it's like Tuesday, it's NXT on the only 8/7 Central on USA. Now then I have
Uh,
to get all, but most of the promos that I do is very, you know, tomorrow on Sundance. It's a Gilligan's Island 24-hour marathon. I'm just real like in the pocket. And you
mhm.
have to know that you have to learn how certain networks market their TV shows. You have to know that Bethesda is known for these long epic 100-hour playable games and the characters and things like that. And you have to say, okay, for this faction, you know they're they're warmongers. So if you trying to be that warmonger type, then go study people who have that voice, who've done that. If you're trying to be the aloof silly person, find out people who do that. The more that you can study about the craft and
Mhm.
then say, okay, I think I'm ready to do this. That's where you got to get the coaching. I
Okay.
know folks who have spent thousands of dollars and ain't booked the job. I had a OG tell me, don't buy gear to get the jobs, because if you get enough jobs, you can afford to get the gear.
That
So
part. That
so
part
do
right
it
there.
that way. Um, but yeah, I think if you can just do that and be true to the craft will reward you. But if you come into it, just like everything, and I can do
Wrong
50
mindset.
voices, that's cool. But can any of those 50 voices you can do for an hour or 3 hours? Or can you
Mm.
do that voice getting shot? Can you do that voice getting impaled? Can you do that voice getting punched in the throat?
You
Can you
know,
cry and do that voice?
it's funny you say that because as I realize that there's going to take some work getting into it. And like you said, and Benny said the same thing, and even Kira said the same thing. Find your lane, find what you excel at, perfect it. So
Mhm.
a lot of people, my friends, know that I am a fan of the Diablo game franchise,
Ah,
and Deckard Cain is my favorite character. And I realized that I could always do an old man voice. I said, no, 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 no. I want to find every level to it. I want to find the distresses behind it. So when I do it, it feels natural and I can make the changes as necessary.
mhm.
So every opportunity that I had, I would maybe find something to read and I would read in that voice with accents on certain things,
Yeah.
or I would just talk in general like I'm speaking, but I'm remembering, okay, I'm talking to someone in this emotion, or I'm talking to someone on this level.
Right.
And the more I did it, the more natural it became and more flexible I became. And I did that with different ones. I said, okay, this is what they mean. So when you say that, I completely understand. So nowadays, I'll even go through the drive through.
Oh,
It's like, welcome McDonald's. Can I take your order? Absolutely, young man.
oh,
You
I
would
I
please.
am I have had whole conversations with myself in the car. It's like, um, thank you for so,
Same.
and it's like, yeah, I want I want a double quarter pounder with cheese, no onions, fries with no sauce. Damn, can I get it back? Shut the hell up. And I also have the McChicken. You'll never get me nothing. Let me come back there. Let me come back there. And then you pull up to the drive-through and it's just me, and
Yo.
I'm like, and I'm looking at them just with a serious face. Oh, it'll be so and so, and I pull out my card. Thank you. And
you I
they looking like,
that happened to me one time. I went to a Steak and Shake drive-through. If you know, you know.
yes, sir. They take
And
care
I
of
looked
through.
at the microphone and I said, "Which one should I use?" I'm going through the Rolodex of voices that I've done. So I pulled out my rather aristocratic and extremely interesting British voice of some caliber and low fiber. So, and I get on there and said, "Welcome to Steak Shake." And why, yes, young man, thank you so much for your time. I would like to get one of those nibbles you call the steak burger. I'm not sure exactly what it entails, but I would love to engage in it. Silence. And he said, "Say that again." Oh, which part? You talking about the burger or the steak? I'm not sure. This is my first time doing this. I'm coming from overseas. Can you help me? I hear people giggling in the background because they honestly believe that there is a British man on the menu. So I place the order. I drive right up to it. I look up and they go, "Did you order this?" "Why, yes, I did. Wonderful, wonderful establishment. You people are fantastic with your customer service. I greatly appreciate it. Yes. Could you add some extra catsup with that if you will be so kind?" They lost their mind, bro. Lost their
Let me
mind.
tell you a story. When I was living in DC with the Pentagon City Mall, uh,
Never mind.
and at the time, this was when the PS1 was out,
Oof. Final
and
Fantasy 7. Let's go, y'all.
yeah, so the year is 1997, and I went into Electronics Boutique,
EB,
and
I miss y'all so much.
yes,
I miss y'all so
EB.
much.
So I go into EB, and at that time, I wasn't really into voiceover, but I always played around with different voices. Growing up as the baby child, so all the kids was gone. PBS and the BBC raised me. So I was always, even then, playing around with accents and stuff like that. And I walked in, I was like, hello, I'm trying to find NBA 97. It's American basketball, and I have the PlayStation, and I'd like to play with it. I don't have that many games, and it was this bad. So she was like, "Where you from?" Well, I'm from Surrey. It's right outside of London. I'm here for a couple of weeks, and I'm going to be playing on my new PlayStation here. I'm thinking about moving to the area. Can you tell me a bit about it? She's like, "Oh, you'll love it here, because so and so. So you got any friends?" And I was like, "Well, perhaps perhaps you and I could be friends, because I don't really know anyone here." And I went and bought all these games, and I was like, "Oh, I didn't realize it was going to be that much. Perhaps I should put some of the games back." She was like, "Nah, I got you." Why she gave me use her discount and knocked off like $30 on the games, and wrote her
No.
number on the receipt. Was like, so where you staying at? Well, I'm in Northwest DC by Howard University. Are you familiar? I go to A2. Oh, splendid. Perhaps I'll see you on campus. And that girl ain't see me. But
But you
thank
saw
you.
that. But you saw that discount though. You saw that discount though.
Now I'm gonna trip you out. I
Oh Lord.
still have my PS1 and that NBA Live 97.
Mm.
So there you
I
are. So
I can't even speak on still having mine. I have my PlayStation 2,
I
the
got my
brick,
PS2 as well.
my Def Jam Fight for New York,
It's up.
Def
Got
Jam
it. I don't
Vendetta.
know. I don't know what's over there, but I know it's here. I got Vendetta.
Yo,
I don't have Fight for New York. Fight for New
oh my
York is hard to find. I
it,
saw on
it
Amazon they want like $300. I'm like, the hell you say?
bro, I almost lost mine because a friend of mine said, "Let me borrow it." I said, "Why?" Because it's great. Oh hell no.
No.
I don't know. Cause see,
You
you
complain.
like dust. You like dust. You blow away quick, and I can't find you. It ain't happening.
No, not sir.
So I feel you on that one. Trey,
Yes, sir.
you have been a blessing.
Oh man, I appreciate
No, thank you, brother. First of all, thank you for your time because I know that you're busy. I know everything, and it's actually a couples thing because the director and the producer is in behind the scenes over there, and she's over there going, "You better get it right because I'm sick and tired of you messing up on the microphone, Mister Voiceover Man." So,
Tighten up. You better tighten up.
so, oh my goodness. My man, thank you once again. You've given some pearls that a lot of folks out here are going to watch this and they're going to pay attention to it. If y'all are watching this now, let other people know they want to be a voice actor. Let them get some knowledge. Let them get some advice from someone who's been in the trenches, who's still doing the work
you. Yes, sir.
and
And
doing magnificent.
reach out and follow. I ain't that hard to find. tremosleyvo. On the IGs and on the Twitter X bird, whatever the hell it's called.
The truth.
If you are considering coaching, you can reach me at coachme@tremosley.com. If you just want to holler and be like, "Hey man, love what you're doing," you can just hit me up at tremosley.com and come say hi. I ain't doing that.
He is one of the humblest cats y'all will ever meet. I tell you what, I am truly looking forward to us seeing each other in person because I'm probably be like, "Yo, Trey, what up?" Be like, "Monteezy, what's good, fam?"
Yes, sir.
Who
I
is
got one. I got one plug. One.
Of course.
And this one is near and dear to me. So I'm in the process of creating my own animated series. If I may share the trailer with you, I'm gonna pop it into the chat. Hold the phone there, sir. Hold the phone. And
You holding the phones over here?
yeah, man. So pal, that's the link to it. It is 12 years in the making. I came up with the idea, but A, I didn't know how to draw, and B, animation was expensive. So it sat on the shelf. I saw Matthew Cherry win the Oscar for Hair Love. I'm like, they gave a black person an Oscar for animation? Okay, maybe
Yeah.
they like us now. And
Oh, yeah.
that kind of reinvigorated me to to start putting this thing together. And then, back in 2012, I ain't had no money, but I had a little bit of money later on. I was like, I'm gonna put some money into this. And I created characters. And it's a so for anyone out there who's our age, or maybe I would say between 35 to 50, we grew up in a time where, and going back to the Saturday morning cartoon thing, the only black characters on TV was Black Vulcan. And then if you like Silverhawks, you had Hot Wing. Come on, bro. Hot Wing is a Silverhawk. I digress. And maybe if you go back further with the Super 7, you had Super Stretch and Micro Woman. But other than that, we were always secondary characters. We were never in a lead, and we were never the cool character either. Shaft came along in the 70s, and that was cool for them. I was 4.
You're not going to include the Super Globetrotters. Come on now, man. Come on. What about the Super Globetrotters? Come on.
You know what? They in there, and they had their own show. But as far as creating somebody that had the charisma of James Bond, had the, as the young folks say, the riz of Shaft, had the physique of fill in the blank, white superhero with muscles, but and mix all that in the pot, and you have my character who, all these movies in the 80s and 90s, they always had this white cat who's like, he's the last line of defense who can save us all. I'm like, well, in my world, y'all got to call the brother. And, this show chronicles him and his team and how they work together to beat the bad guy's ass. And this right here, my wife got this for me for Christmas years ago. She found a brother who does custom Funkos, and this is actually the character that she got made in his image.
So you wanna show the trailer to everybody while we're here?
I mean, if we got time, man.
Wait a minute, hold on a second. Navy, why you give me those memories of the globe? Because ain't no childhood drama, ain't no trauma. No, we grew up with that.
The Super Globetrotters, man.
Come on now, going around the world and coming home again. Playing around what? Don't mess with me. Come on along, my friends.
See, you're like me. I have certain theme songs that stay in my head. But yeah, let's run the trailer, man. Y'all check it out. Tell me what you think.
Let's go.
I'm what you would call a troubleshooter. I'm called in to fix things.
He dead. Get the fuck out of here. Serious?
Yes, sir. But check this part out. My favorite scene.
Suit is fully charged.
Oh, yo, let's go.
Dampener's active.
When your best of the best can't get it done, you call me.
I love this. Well, that dude don't look like you. He don't look like you. Sir. He don't look like you. Let's go.
He does. I mean, Yeah, that's kind
You
of
know what?
it's
Don't do it.
it's the me from Earth, 27. But
y'all go if y'all can find this, go definitely check this out. The specialist.
so
That's
if you know anyone who is looking to invest into a really super dope show, we have a pilot where it's 50% animated, but the rest is all animatic.
Mhm.
We ran out of funds, and we're trying to get the pilot done because my visualization is, folks have been saying, man, try to get on, Netflix or fill in the blank stream. But I've talked with some of the folks over there, and they want too much. Like they want it's like 90-10. And I'm like, nah, y'all
oh
ain't.
hell no. Come on. You
And
ain't really
then and then on top of that, it becomes their property. No. So I would
Mm-mm.
rather put something on like YouTube and then just have the series on YouTube. Um,
You see what's on the screen, right?
oh, I'm already a part of Blurred Station. I'm
There
already a
we
part of
go.
Blurred Station. You
There
know what
we
I mean?
go.
I had a GoFundMe some time back. I had not started another one because I did it twice. And if I may get on my soapbox just for a minute.
He could be the preacher today, y'all. This is the
Sometime you have brothers out there who want to see you do good, and sometime you got some hating ass people. And I was putting up my links everywhere. Support me, go fund me, go fund me. And in 2 campaigns, I made $8,000, trying to raise like 50. And it's funny because you have people, oh, that's dope, man. That's what's up. And I'm like, you gonna hit that link? Yeah, man, I got you. 2 weeks later, hey, campaign almost over, man. Nah, I got you, bro. I'm gonna hit that link, cuz, for sure. 3 days later, oh nah, man, it ended. Dang, I ain't know that. The hell you mean you ain't know? I mean, sorry, getting on in my high voice. The hell you mean you ain't know? For 2 months you've been trying to get money. So I'm debating whether or not I'm going to start another campaign. If you go to iamthespecialist.com, it gives you a rundown of the characters and what I'm trying to do. But yeah, that's my baby. And one day we gonna have that baby walking and talking. And because I want to do this. Yeah, that is correct. Because I feel like if I can get this show done,
Mhm.
For those voice actors of color that want to get into a show and they can't get on Disney and they can't get on Pixar, if I'm creating different characters within this universe, and I don't care if it's just you have one line, your one line might be, wheels up in 20 minutes. That you got a part in the show. So I'm trying to create something for us, by us, with us, to us, so all of
Sure.
us can enjoy it. You dig?
I'm down with that. I'm down with that. Y'all go check out I am the specialist.com. Support this. Trey, I'm telling you right now, you put out another campaign, I'm putting it out there until the wheels fall off.
My man.
I am going to be a part of this because, and I'm gonna say this, and we're gonna be done with this. Our own folks, we got to stop putting down each other who's trying to do something great because you have a problem that is not benefiting you. The benefit is for everyone. The table is open to everyone. If you are all about supporting and motivating and uplifting and inspiring other people, then guess what? Be that selfless soul. But if you are all about self, well, what can I get out of it? Then you just need to go over there in the corner with the other basement virgins. Because as far as I'm concerned, you are not about the solution. You're about the problem.
Straight up.
And what Trey is offering here, I'm telling you right now, everybody is on here watching this, and they're gonna be watching this YouTube video from here on out. Support.
Hell, you know what? I may make the damn link tonight. The way you got me pumped up over. I got to feed the wife first. But after that, I'm gonna go ahead and make that link.
You got to
And,
feed the producer. Feed the producer.
because I know that the other show is about to start. So by the time y'all get it in popping, I'm gonna drop the link off in the group.
That's all I ask. That's all I ask. And you know what? That's what it's all about. Because you and I have come from the generation where we didn't have all these benefits of technology and social media and everything. You had to, or I don't know, talk to people one-on-one, face-to-face, convince them that this venture was well worth your time and resources. So we have the advantage now. Let's get it out there. If y'all are watching this now or after the fact, go support this project because I'm on board 100%. If he sits there and says, hey, we go live in 5 facts, I'm putting this all over my social media. Trey,
Yes,
you
sir.
are absolutely amazing.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it, bro.
My bro, I'm telling you right now, if there's anything that I can do, and I mean this, that I can do to further or help or assist, you better hit my DM, sir.
Oh, absolutely. Especially, we're close in age than most of our contemporaries that are blurs, at least far as I know. So we already got a special connection. Plus, from the area, you know what I mean? So
Let's
yeah,
go.
yeah. I
Let's
appreciate
go.
it, man.
No, thank you, my man. Everybody, go follow Trey. Go support what he's doing. His work is phenomenal. He's got something great coming in that's already been created. We need to get it furthered. We need to get it going. We need to get it seen and acknowledged. And everybody can love and learn, appreciate it. And it could be something for legacy and history. Let the young folks see what's going on out here, okay? That's not
sure.
connected to social media. You know what I'm saying?
Please,
But man,
pretty please, we're asking. That's all we want. We just want you to please support us, because Elmo don't like you niggas. Okay? Just say, that's right. That's my man right there. I'm talking about. Let's go, shouty. I appreciate that, because nobody like Rocco. Yeah, fuck Rocco. It's all I got. No, you're my dog, man. I like you, man. You cool. I'm talking about.
you are so amazing, bro. I cannot wait to see what's coming from you. And hey, if we work together, I'm gonna be able to sit there and just say, who's favorite voice actor you joined? Man, it was Trey, man. Come on now.
Oh, bro, come on now.
That's the dude
Yes,
right
sir.
there.
Let's do it. Let's get it. Let's get it.
Yeah, everybody go. No, thank you, man. Thank you. Thank you for this. It's positive energy and everything. Everybody go follow Trey. Go support what he's doing. And let's keep this going, y'all, because it's what it's all about. The combos are all about that positive energy and uplifting other people who are working hard. It's a hard-working brother. You see that microphone? Man, he working hard as hell. That's all I got to say.
Yes,
Everybody, stay nerdy, stay geeky, stay sexy. Please be safe, okay? I will holler at y'all later. Trey, don't go nowhere, all right? Oh, well, all right.
I ain't going nowhere.
I'll talk to y'all later, y'all. Peace.